Pandas become sexually active around the age of 5. During spring, their mating season, they are given their own space. This panda is a slow walker. It's Chow Chow, a 7-year-old female. Chow Chow is pregnant via artificial insemination. Wild pandas show a low breeding rate, so since 2006, the Chinese government has introduced artificial insemination programs. A pregnant panda will become remarkably inactive. She rests a lot, as if she's out of energy.
찾아, 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 찾아.
The veterinarian comes to check on Chow Chow's condition.
찾아, 찾아.
They've confirmed her pregnancy, but no one knows when Chow Chow will give birth. This is because for pandas, the fertilized egg will wander in the womb instead of being implanted right away. Sometimes it can take as long as 4 months.
찾아. 네.
This is Coco, a female that is a year younger than Chow Chow. She seems to have a bigger appetite too. The doctor is waiting to confirm Coco's pregnancy.
给他这样子300年发情配种以后，现在他就是行为啊这些基本上没啥子可能看不见，没有。哦，他拍。
Is Coco really pregnant? An ultrasound exam is called for.
OK。烫哦，坐上去。
来，好了，准备。
The panda keeper tries to distract Coco to get the ultrasound device close to her stomach.
哎，乖乖乖，
上来，
来，给，来，这个，
Since 2005, the panda bases in China have been using ultrasound tests to confirm panda pregnancies or estimate an accurate due date.
今天有什么结果吗？
暂时还没看到什么。
It turns out Coco is not pregnant yet. Oblivious to the hopes of her veterinarian and keeper, Coco is busy chewing her delicious bamboo.
担心她这次没怀上，应该说呢，从她目前的精神状况各个方面来说，也许就说是还需要一定的时间，因为毕竟这才10月份嘛，还有更厉害的熊猫是怀了1年才生的都有。
Pandas are usually pregnant for 5 months, which means in most cases, 1 or 2 babies are born in the fall. Studies say that a panda will give birth 5 to 6 times. Coco is only 6. With the average lifespan of pandas being 15 to 25 years, she still has many years left to have babies. Besides, pandas raised in an incubating center will have better nutrition than those in the wild, which increases the chances for pregnancy and childbirth. Pandas are immensely popular. Efforts to help save the endangered species are flooding in from around the world. Volunteers don't mind hard work when it comes to helping out pandas.
I travel around the world and I work with animals as a volunteer. I've been several times to South Africa working with lions. Now this time it was the pandas.
It's been a dream of mine for many years to come across from Scotland to China and work with the pandas. They're such an endangered animal, and by coming here to volunteer to work, and ever since I've been a small boy, I've always loved pandas.
A panda keeper sets out in search of one of his pandas. Even at a glance, you can tell it's not well. Yang had been out of sight for a while. He was born and originally raised in the wild. It was last year that a local rescued a sickly Yang, who was brought here. He's not completely recovered, so the panda keeper keeps a continuous eye on him. Yang is still very much a wild animal that hates loud noises and fears humans. Will Yang ever be able to return to the wild? Wild pandas live in high areas between 2,500 and 3,500 meters above sea level, where there are seldom any humans. Pandas tend to live where there is an abundance of bamboo trees and where the mountains are not too steep. Wild pandas will move 400 to 500 meters a day in search of food. Their limited diet, which mostly consists of bamboo trees, is the biggest reason they are on the brink of extinction. We're on the road that leads to the Walloon Panda Reserve, the main reserve for wild pandas. Last May, an earthquake hit the world's largest panda research center here. The landslide and washout caused by the earthquake destroyed the 30-year-old research base in minutes. It was a disaster that crushed the efforts of the Chinese to protect pandas from becoming extinct. "20 pandas were injured and one was killed because of the earthquake. Mao Mao was discovered dead under the shambles of a building 1 month after she went missing. 9-year-old Mao Mao was a healthy panda that had given birth 3 times. The Sichuan Giant Panda Reserve was designated a World Natural Heritage by UNESCO in 2006. The area with the largest bamboo tree population is 2,500 meters above sea level. It's where 70 to 80% of the wild panda population lives.
像这些都是比较好，有可能熊猫能来的地方。
The area is close to the seismic center of the earthquake. Many wild pandas have been injured.
因为它吃竹子能量不是特别高，气温比较平缓的地方。 然后地震影响最大的呢是比较陡的坡，真正最好的熊猫栖息地，它们受地震的影响是比较小的。
The loss of panda habitats is a matter of life and death for wild pandas. There is still not much that is known about wild pandas, and they are still an animal of mystery. The Chinese government has worked hard since the 1950s to save pandas. In October 2009, Sichuan province issued the panda card, which costs only 1 yuan. The aim was to introduce Sichuan as the hometown of pandas and bring back tourists since the natural disaster. Pandas are one of the main reasons many foreigners visit Sichuan. The giant panda, the symbolic animal of China and the rarest animal in the world. Its black and white fur and playful ways always captivate its audience. The panda, which has evolved for more than 3 million years, is a fascinating creature. It was the inspiration for the well-known environmental protection organization, the World Wildlife Fund. There seems to be something going on at the kindergarten. The young ones are racing each other up the trees. This one is trying with all his might to climb up, but oh no, this tree is already taken. Everywhere there is competition to get the better tree. Oh, careful. Hopefully they won't hurt themselves. The kindergarten has some new students. And the pandas instinctively try to mark their own trees. This panda has chosen a skinny tree that nobody else picked. But at least he doesn't have to fight for it. A mountainous region filled with bamboo trees where no man goes. Here in Sichuan, China, is where beautiful creatures called giant pandas live. Sadly, they are on the brink of extinction. Pandas are a national treasure of China, as well as a symbol of environmental protection. The survival of these charming, furry animals is connected to the survival of humans as well. The giant panda is the endangered animal we most need to protect.